Now our next distinguished speaker is Dr. Anchal. She has been an assistant professor in the Department of English, Kanpur Vidya Mandir Mahila Mahavidyalaya, Surupnagar, Kanpur. She has completed DPhil and former junior research fellow, University of Allahabad. She has published several research papers in reputed journals and chapters in book. Her areas of interest are gender studies, Indian English writing, criticism and fiction. Okay.
Thank you very much. Good afternoon, everyone. My sincere regards to all the guests on the dais and off the dais. The keynote speaker for the session today, Dr. Sanjana Simon, Dr. Sarvesh Mani Tripathi sir, Director School of Languages, CSJM University, Dr. Manoj Kumar sir, Assistant Professor, Government Degree College, respected Principal of the college, and faculty members present here, research scholars and students. I won't take much time of yours because much has been spoken in this regard, and we have such esteemed speakers amongst us who are very well versed on this topic, and I'm still in the process of learning, so I can't boast of much knowledge, but still I would like to share some thoughts. And before moving ahead, I would first like to congratulate Dr. Shamim sir for organizing such fruitful event, such engaging discussion and very relevant topic that he has raised for the discussion today. I am also very thankful to him for inviting over Dr. Sanjana Simon, who is, there could be no better choice, I would say. And I'll begin from here itself. Shortly before this program, there was a panel discussion that was going on in the principal's office, and there were many questions that were raised, and she was answering to all those questions. So before I come to the question, I would laud her for being very upright and very honest, and she speaks from heart. When I listened to her, I just knew that whatever she's saying, nothing of them is from any book. This is everything that she has personally experienced, personally felt, and that is why it is very, very important today to listen to her very carefully, because she has faced everything herself individually, and first-hand experiences, they matter a lot in understanding how our society works actually on the ground basis. So I asked a question from her, which was not a question in fact. I asked her, do you feel crippled when anybody asks you, how do you feel being a trans woman? So the question, this was not a question, basically I just wanted to say her yes and no both. Because physically she has everything that any individual may have. She has 2 hands, 2 legs, eyes, everything very functioning very well. And she can perform anything that we as human beings can perform. So obviously she does not feel crippled physically when she is called a trans woman. So physically she is very fit, very efficient, very functional for the society. She can contribute her lot, she can do very much for the society. So functionally she is not crippled. But she responded that physically I don't, but yes I feel like इनके शब्दों में इन्होंने कहा हाशिए पर फील करते हैं, marginalized. तो ये जो शब्द है marginalized, हाशिए पर होना, ये सुनने में तो बड़े ही theoretical words लगते हैं. They are very theoretical terms, but they have such deep emotional connotations. When somebody is actually on the periphery, when somebody is actually outside the spectrum, we cannot even imagine how that person would feel until that person is within that, situation. So she responded that I do not want to be called a trans woman. And I am especially very happy that she said this, that nobody wants to be different, first thing. Nobody does. All of us want to be normal. And all of us want to be included in that category so that we are not looked in this manner that, oh God, she is different or he is different. And that difference that people recognize in us, that sometimes make us special, because there are many people who are recognized as special for contributing, differently for the society, like the politicians, sports people, celebrities. So that difference is different. But this difference, that I have something lacking in me, that difference is something that is very demeaning sometimes for ourselves. And our entire confidence is lost. We are not able to stand up in front of people and say, yes, this is what I am. So this takes lots of courage to say, I am this, but still nobody deep down in their heart want to be different from other people who are, who are forming the major part of the population. That is why I am very happy that she said this, that I don't want to be a trans woman. So first thing is that. But secondly, whatever she has said, the way she has shared her experiences, the second question that comes into consideration is that when there is somebody who is different from some normal, population, what is our attitude towards them? So all of us are discussing about that only. We talk about feminism, we talk about gender, theories, we talk about LGBTQ struggles, transgender struggles. Everything is being discussed in literature, in society, everywhere, in activism also. But we still confuse one with other. We are never very clear-cut about our own assumptions, because whenever gender comes into discussion, there is always feminism. And the discussion that was going on here also, we started talking about who is living a better life, man or woman. Why did this come? Because being man and woman is a different thing. Being a third gender is a different thing. Being a LGBTQ is a different thing. So they have very different experiences from each other. Being man and woman is normal. Being third gender, LGBTQ is not normal. And that is why there is a vast distinction between their feeling and our feeling. That is why I won't ever compare myself, my struggles, with the struggles of a trans woman or the struggles of a gay or a lesbian or anybody else. So first thing is that this is my own thought. I don't think everybody has to agree with this, but still, this is what I personally feel. So in that manner, I would like to just talk about one thing here, that why is there so much anxiety? When we talk about sexuality is a very censored word in our society. And whenever we speak this word, we speak in a low hush-hush voice, as if we are talking about something that is going to raise, storms in the society, and we are going to be banned from speaking on the public platforms. Why is there so much anxiety? So I'm speaking only in layman's terms, because I have already said I'm in the process of learning. I'm not very well versed in this topic. As far as I have understood, this entire anxiety rests upon this belief that as human beings we have to protect our civilization, because this is something that we have to boast about. We are different from other beings, other species, because we have created culture, because we have created civilization. Other species, animals, birds, they don't have such things to boast about. So these institutions, which are the foundation stones of our society, these are things that we are very proud of. And amongst those institutions, there are two, sexuality and morality, which are very carefully controlled and censored, because they have the potential to disrupt the entire social structure. And that is why they are so carefully guided. And all the time, our entire attention rests upon this, that we have to always take care of what is happening in this area. Because sexuality and morality, both, they form the core of family system. And if family system is destroyed, entire society is destroyed. So in order to protect society, in order to protect family system, we have to very carefully control sexuality and morality, and that's what we do. That's what we are doing all the time. The entire, the control or women's freedom, not letting them get educated, everything comes into this domain. Everything comes into this discussion, and that is why the transgender struggle is also an integral part of this, because the third gender, they are most of the times considered unfit to reproduce and therefore positively contribute for the growth of the society. And that is one of the major reasons why they are marginalized and why women get marginalized when they are unable to reproduce. You can easily understand the situation of women who are, unable to bear children and contribute to the growth of the family. So every discussion, it revolves around this area only, and I don't think this discussion, if I raise this discussion much further, that what differences prevail in the how men are treated in the society, how women are treated in the society, then it is going to be a very debatable discussion as well. बात निकलेगी तो फिर दूर तक लग जाएगी, तो इस पर ज़्यादा चर्चा नहीं करेंगे. हम लोग यहीं पर लिमिटेड रहेंगे कि ट्रांसजेंडर स्ट्रगल क्या होता है, एंड अलॉन्ग साइड व्हाट इज़ जेंडर, बिकॉज मनोज कुमार सर ऑल्सो टोल्ड दैट देयर आर टू वर्ड्स, सेक्स एंड जेंडर. So sex is the biological distinction, so also I agree with him that there should be no third gender but third sex, because gender is all about performance. Judith Butler, very famous critic, she talks about gender performativity, because gender is all about performance, and this is what we as society have created. If we talk about ancient times, I'm not going into historical research, everybody knows about that, we all are aware of our mythology, but if you look at the images of our gods and goddesses, Krishna, Ram, they have such feminine features. They wear all the ornaments that women do wear. They have a bindi on the forehead, they have chudi, they have payal also, alta in their feet. So how did this entire this entire, I would say, politics, in the entire politics of gender performance develop so deeply, and it is now so deeply embedded in the entire structure of the society that it becomes a grave concern for us if a man wears a bindi and a woman wears short hair. All the gods and goddesses, not only in Hindu mythology, in Christianity also, Isa Masih has longer hairs, Hazrat Pagambar has long hairs. So they are wearing their hairs long, they are wearing all the ornaments of women, but still they are not being judged for being unwoman, or unman, or woman not being as feminine. So this entire, the problem that persists, it is only because we have codified everything so strictly, so that we can keep this sexuality and morality very sacrosanct. They cannot be disrupted in any manner, so that we can preserve the society. And further, I would like to stop here, and all of us are eagerly waiting to listen to Sanjana ma'am, so that she can share how being different feels like. Thank you very much for your patience.